Good morning, it's Monday. Look at the actual state of me. I had a very, very big sleep. I could only sleep on this side of my face because I got my ear tattooed yesterday. I'm gonna get ready and just freshen up and then I'm gonna check back in with you. Really gotta start some gua sha again because my face is puffy when I wake up. Welcome to my late 20s. I've made a lovely cup of tea because you know what, something I haven't done in ages. I've got something called a Blue Lady. It's like a special herbal blend. I was really looking forward to filming downstairs, but there's loads of construction going on, but I'm gonna persevere because that's life. So I'm a bit more presentable now, a little bit more ready, and I thought we could just spend the day together. When I tell you I don't have like a proper filming setup, so I spend hours moving around furniture until I like it. I never really used to get why people end up having like super curated, like incredibly clean homes because I just thought it's just not realistic. And then I saw how much dust shows up when I'm filming in HD. I guess I should do a little like background or a story time because not a lot of people know that I have a crystal business at all. It's not something I really talk about online a lot of my friends know, but I would consider myself like a deeply spiritual person. And it started with crystals, as a lot of these things do. I was raised religious, but while I wouldn't consider myself Catholic now, I'm very into faith and I've always had a soft spot for religion, and faith is something that really interests me. I read a lot about tarot and astrology and like spiritual awakenings, etc. Been through a lot in my life that's led me to the most recent spiritual awakening, I guess. It's a blessing and a flaw, but I guess I'm quite like business minded, so if I enjoy doing something, one of my next natural steps is always how I can monetize that, and I've really tried to set my boundaries with my hobbies because you end up losing your passion for things that way. So I've tried to keep some hobbies really, really separate, but no one could stop me starting a crystal business. I was really into it. I was already looking up a lot of special pieces. I did all of the research by myself. One thing I love, Google is free. Maybe I'll do a story time about it one day, but I had a moment when I hadn't told anyone that I was thinking about starting this business, but I was doing a lot of the research, and I had a weird kismet moment where everything lined up and I got quite a lot of information and it just felt really clear that this is something I should start now. So I did, and here we are. My business is a year old, just over, and it's going really well. It went so well, like better than I thought it could. I'll do all my usual linking of description boxes. My business is called The Crystal Crow. We have TikTok, we have Etsy. I guess it's time for a little disclaimer that I've always encouraged transparency about. As a crystal enthusiast and a business owner, I'm fully aware that mining, especially in some of the countries that these crystals are sourced in, are never going to be completely 100% ethical. I think it's silly to say that crystals are ethically sourced because mining is inherently unethical conditions. However, having said that, that's why I say everything is sustainably sourced, as I go out of my way and do so much research to locate wholesalers that are collecting and mining and sourcing these crystals in the most sustainable way possible. I will do everything in my power and knowledge to ensure that, and do my own research and spend my time and grill wholesalers, which is why it took me so long to find wholesalers. I think that is something that we need to factor in as a consumer and as a business owner. All this bubble wrap and tissue gets reused. I never buy new bubble wrap, and you can take that to the grave. Beautiful. So this is my gorgeous apophyllite. I'm not going to be able to remember where everything's from until I've got the invoice in front of me, so bear with me. This is my gorgeous apophyllite. It's absolutely gorgeous. The formations in it, just stunning. Move a bit quicker because this business process is the one that takes me the longest. So what we'll do is we'll unpackage everything, we'll check it's all right, check it's all good quality, check it against the invoice. Then I will input it into my computer, which is what I normally do this in my bedroom, but I wanted to do it in my living room. And I'll put in how much it costs, how much we've got of everything, and that's like my inventory. And then I start photographing. Lovely purple amethyst tumbles. These are really, really nice quality, these ones. So after I've popped it all on my computer and taken photos, I'll start the listings. Now, listings on Etsy is what takes me the longest. Obviously, crystals and stones are gifts from the earth, so not everything's going to be perfect. Things will have imperfections, and I'm a firm believer of that. But especially with carvings or something that I've maybe bought as AA grade, I like to just double check it and check that it is. Calcite moons, one's really dark and the other two are really nice and lemony. Such beautiful caves. I just want to live in there. I just want to be a fairy living in there. I wish the sunlight was a bit stronger. I've got 2 sets of the apophyllite. One of them is slightly smaller pieces that weigh less, and then one of them I asked for larger chunks. So we got some slightly more dense pieces. This one's a little bit darker and more cubic, but it's absolutely beautiful. Lepidolite. The scaffolding's getting worse. I have these lepidolite palm stones. I always kind of think lepidolite looks a little bit like Wagyu beef. Like the marbling reminds me of Wagyu, but I got these lovely pale blue calcite towers. I knew it had a lean. I'll list it slightly cheaper, and also the lean isn't that visible if you face it that way. So I am into astrology. I love reading books about it. My big 3 is a Capricorn sun, I'm a Cancer moon, and I'm a Scorpio rising. So let me know yours, because I'd love to know. I'm not a huge fan of chip bracelets. I prefer round beads because they kind of dig into my wrist a little bit, but they're always really popular, so I always get a random few. She always has some really nice ones. So we've got a tiger's eye, we've got a carnelian chip bracelet, and we have 2 rainbow fluorites. I've got some rose quartz spheres, and I like to spend a long time looking at these because I'm hoping that they might have a star in them. That one could have one in. I just can't locate it. Yeah, found the star. Okay, let's try show you. Oh, gorgeous. My dream is to have like an office room or an office space with lots of shelves where everything can be out, and the space for a much bigger selection of stock. This is one of my favourite types of raw crystal. It's called honey calcite. The light just shines through it so wonderfully. I've not had raw moonstone in my shop yet, so I'm really excited that I can stock this because I've been trying to get my hands on it for ages. I should have bought more, but I thought let's just start out small. Moonstone is one of my favourite crystals, along with labradorite. Anything flashy I'm a real sucker for, like a magpie. My ring is rainbow moonstone. So this is the piece I just rinsed under the tap compared to the other pieces. So you can see, I mean, not all of them have black in them, but it's a lot more vibrant already. So I will just be giving these a wash later. All it needed was a little rinse, because look at that, absolutely stunning. I've made quite a lot of mess. So this is raw chevron amethyst. That's what it looks like. The difference between chevron amethyst and regular amethyst is chevron usually has these white bands of white quartz running through them, normally in kind of like a stripy V shape, which is why they get the trade name chevron. Sometimes referred to as dream amethyst as well, but I usually see that in tumbled forms. It's normally called dream amethyst. I've only got 3 bigger pieces left. I know what they are. I'm running really behind. I keep getting really distracted. But yes, we have 3 beautiful pieces of Brazilian amethyst. So I got this large piece, which I believe can stand upright like that or on its side, as it has 2 flat edges. So this piece is slightly smaller and slightly darker. I think this one weighs about 600 grams. And then the last thing, because I just love to have her, is this great gorgeous honking piece of rose quartz. I think that must be just under a kilo. It's a lot more pink than it's showing up on the camera. I'm going to start photographing. I'm going to do some photographing on my camera, so I will try capture some video footage of me doing that on my phone, because my phone has such low storage because it's full of photos of crystals and videos of me doing my hair now. Oh, so it's actually ended up taking me ages to take product shots because I've never done them on this camera before. I'm used to taking them on my phone, which is normally a bit easier. So I just spent ages faffing around with that, hoping they're okay. I'm gonna have a little bit of a tidy. It is 1:23. I got up early to do all of this and it's still the middle of the afternoon. I was gonna try wash my hair this afternoon and like blow dry and everything, but I've come to a decision. It didn't need to be this hard. I'm just feeling indecisive today. The slick hair will live on another day, so I will wear that for date night. So, ready to film video number 2. I dilly-dallied. I put a little bit of eye makeup on. I changed my hair into a bun and I put a new top on. Honestly, you don't need to do all of this if you're batch filming, but I just prefer to because I like not everything to look like the same. But yeah, I'm losing momentum and energy a bit, but I think I just need to drink some more water because I'm really dehydrated and just get this filming out of the way and then I can just chill. No more on camera, really. I've just finished filming. It is 20 to 4. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. I was intending to redo my makeup before date night, but I think I can get away with just refreshing this makeup. I'm really pleased with myself because I just managed to edit a whole YouTube video in an hour, which took me a lot less time than I thought it was going to, so that's great. Doug is just on his way home. It's just after 5 and we're going to be leaving at 6:30 because we have quite an early dinner reservation. I was going to redo all my makeup and then I just thought, you know what, I've already got it on and it still looks good, so fuck it. So we're going to Burnt Orange for small plates, which is really, really nice. I said I wasn't going to drink because I feel like I've been drinking quite a lot recently, but the cocktails there are really nice and I'm feeling in the mood. Where we live, it's like not really a thing to get super dressed up, so I want to look nice and chic, but it will definitely be no heels. We decided on 2 date nights a month, both set each month, so we don't like bail on it or decide there's better plans. We're like properly committing to it. I'm reapplying this eyelash completely because it's not sitting right. So one of the date nights is going to be inside the house and it would typically be like something low cost, just, you know, spending time together. And one of them will be a night out or dinner or something like that. And I know this sounds a bit like heavy-handed to force a non-negotiable date night, but we've lived together for a really long time and we've been together about 6 years and we realise we just don't always do anything together. We're both homebodies, so we love being at home, but being at home together doesn't necessarily always mean spending time together. And there's always cool stuff we want to do. We're just both a bit too lazy to organise it sometimes. So this is the first of them. We take turns organising, so I did the at-home one and he's organised this one. Also, I'm a big fan of the weekday dinner, you know, like go out early, come home early, have the whole evening. Just gonna go in and repowder some areas. Oh, I just remembered I wanted to put some more concealer on. Oh well, I'm gonna do that anyway because I haven't done under my eyes. The lighting's quite bad because it's quite dark, but I've just gone over my under eyes with my Kevin & Kwan Sensual Skin Enhancer. I'm going to let that sit for a bit and think about what to wear, and once I've chosen what I'm going to wear, I'll show you. My phone quality's so bad. That's better. We're just heading out to dinner and this is what I decided to wear. Quite casual, but still looks quite nice. Very green. I'm going to leave my camera at home, so I'm just going to film anything on my phone. Oh no, not both of
Oh, it's really nice.